This is Damian Keyes, a man on a mission to find talent. Previously, Damian watched 1,000 band videos, listened to 1,000 songs. Next, he will choose... What are you doing?
I'm filming it.
Yeah, but you don't film this bit. This is the voiceover bit.
Yeah, but it's for the documentary.
Yeah, but I'm being the movie trailer guy. Like, Damian Keyes knew he had to die, but today was not a good day.
Do you want me to stop filming then?
Well, no, you've broken it now. Just roll the credits.
There aren't any credits because it's on YouTube.
For fuck's sake.
Can we find a band? How do we find a band? Where would they be? Who would they be? I just don't want to let people down by promising stuff and then not being able to deliver it. Okay, I have two decisions made.
Yeah.
Number one, I have my 10. And number two, I want to work with more than one artist.
The documentary part 2.
Is it? Do you know what I've learned from this documentary making shit?
What?
It's really hard. It takes ages. Like, I had so many people, like 2 days after we put the first documentary out, and they were like, come on, where's the next one? I was like, oh my God, it's taken me a month of listening to 1,000 bands, and we only got one out. So yeah, it's taken a while, but the plan is to get one out every 2 weeks, and that'll be on Thursdays. So every other Thursday, there will be a documentary video.
So the last episode ended on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, you smashed that. Do you know what? So many people in the comments were like, oh! I was like, Mr. Morgan M. James, that was not me. We had 1,000-ish, got it down to about 30. Getting it from 30 to 10 was difficult. There was a lot of really good people, artists and bands. I think my worry with it is I really don't want this to feel like it's X Factor. I don't want this to be like the X Factor thing. And I think there's so many people who are messaging me on Instagram being like, oh, I really hope I get it and pick me. And I'm like, God, I'm not the chosen one. I'm not Simon Cowell. If you think like us working together is gonna guarantee anything, it is not. But I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to feel like that. I want it to be working with artists, trying to experiment, trying to build something, but I don't want it to be this idea that I've picked someone and that's the name of the game. I think there's too much I think it's very indicative of where the music, not industry, but where musicians and the music world is now, is people are just like, I need to get picked, I need to get chosen, and instead of opportunities that I can progress further. So I'm a little bit worried about it coming across like the X Factor, because that is in no way what I want it to be.
You've messaged all 10 of the finalists on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you've set up Skype meetings with them.
Hi, I'm Lua. I'm singer-songwriter from Georgia, Tbilisi. I'm 21 years old and have been writing songs since I was 14. I just want to say that music is highest priority in my life, and when I think about future, I always imagine myself on a big stage with huge audience. And I believe in my songs, and I just want to bring joy and love to the world and give back what has been given to me. And thank you for this opportunity.
To the sky, little birds fly.
Ah, I can see you. There you are.
Yeah.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm very good, very good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great.
You're in Georgia. Whereabouts in Georgia? Is it Tbilisi?
Yes, it's Tbilisi.
Tbilisi.
And it's far away from you.
That's all right. I watched your application video and I was like, okay, yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Then I clicked onto one of the links that you sent. I was like instantly blown away. I was like, this is amazing. Your voice.
Thank you.
That's all right. Your voice is incredible. I just love it. It just sounds like you've been doing this for 20 years. And how long have you been singing and writing and being an artist?
Well, I've been writing songs since I'm 14 years old.
Yeah.
It's like 7 years. I'm playing on a piano.
Yeah.
I'm self-educated, and I play on the guitar too. So
I've got everything I need. So what I want to do is this week, I'm going to Skype with 10 artists, another 9 artists, and then I'm going to make a decision on how this is going to work. That's all I need for now, and I'm going to be in touch. And but this is really good.
yeah.
And in the meantime, I want you to have a think about what you want to achieve in the next 6 months. Not just for me, but for you. And keep me posted on what you're doing over the next couple of weeks.
Thank you, Damian.
Thank you so much. I'll be in touch.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
And you're making an amazing job.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye and good luck.
Bye. And you're on. What's interesting with Lua is she's really making waves in her country of Georgia. The hard thing with that is, how do you break out of Georgia? Because that's key for her, because it's not, without sounding harsh against Georgia, it's not exactly the music hub capital of the world. And she definitely fits on a national scale in the way that she sings and performs in English, so therefore she doesn't have to stick to Georgia. But as soon as I heard her music, I was like, at first it was like, this doesn't fit. You know, I saw someone who was really, really young, and then I heard the voice and I was like, that sounds like someone who's incredibly experienced, but she's doing everything herself. She produces the music herself, she produces the music videos herself, she's writing the songs, she plays piano, she plays guitar. Truly impressive individual. Right, ready for the next one in 5 minutes?
Hi Damian, my name is Serena Riley. I'm originally from the Washington, D.C. area, but I've been living in London for the past 13 years. I started out doing moody, jazzy originals, played a lot of the London jazz clubs, and now I'm changing direction. At 42, almost 43 years old, I'm going more in a soulful pop direction. I'm super excited about my new direction, and I'm just looking for someone like you to help push it over into the next level. So thank you so much for listening, and really hope that we'll be working together. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
There you are. Very good, very good.
So yeah, I started music pretty late in the game, but I'd always been a singer in choirs, choruses, and got into bands quite late and never really thought of making a living at it.
What about your biggest struggles at the moment with your music? What do you think is the things that you're struggling with the most?
Definitely social media is always a struggle for me. I am very much a voyeur. Well, I wouldn't even say very much. I think YouTube's probably my biggest addiction, but honestly with the rest of the channels, I could kind of leave them. So it is a struggle for me to put stuff out. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. This
So
has
good
been
to talk
brilliant.
to you.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, and congrats on your wedding as well.
Ah, thank you very much.
Right.
See you soon. So lovely, super lovely. I like the fact that it's a different genre. She's got a great story. She's moved from America to Norway. She lived in London. I just think this is going to be a really tough decision.
Who have we got next?
Hi Damian, my name is Miele. I graduated marketing in Brazil and I worked in the field for a few years until I quit everything and moved to London to study music for the very first time. Since I graduated BIMM a couple months ago, I've been managing my own career, so I have my own deadlines for each of my tasks. I plan it, I do it, I check the results, and I restart. And since I got here, I doubled my Instagram followers, I got to 200 subscribers on YouTube and almost 800 followers on my Facebook page. I have been gigging all around London as a solo artist, full band, and more recently as an acoustic trio who I perform with every 2 weeks. I'm confident that you are my perfect match. With you, your time, your energy, expertise, and contacts, I know that we can get to great places together. For me, success is living this experience. I want to create a legacy, build a long-term career, and I know that working one-to-one with you and your team is the right way to go. My ships are long burned, I'm playing to win, and I want to do it with you.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm very good, and you?
Yeah, very good. So are you in London at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Okay, so tell me what you want to achieve in the next 6 months in your file that you've created.
6 months. Okay, 6 months in my file. something. If you would ask me this like 2 months ago, I would give you a totally different answer. But right now, in 6 months, I want to create my fan base. So in numbers, speaking in numbers, I need to achieve at least, like, because my Instagram is not as big as I wish. So by the end of the year, I want to have at least 5,000 followers. So in 6 months, I will have like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 followers. Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Have a good week.
See ya. I just think she's the most likable human being that I've met in ages. She's just, you can see why people meet her and go, I think I'd like to do something with you. She's just so likable, and her energy, she's just got this energy of, which is so valuable. She's got this energy of, I'm going to make this work with or without you, which makes people go, well, probably it would be better with me than without me. It's an incredible skill to have energy and likability that makes people want to just join your crusade. I feel like she's just got that real positive energy.
Here he is.
This is just me. Sorry.
Tired.
I'm knackered. Yeah. I just feel like this documentary is going to be so much fun long term. I'm really excited to get out of the choosing phase and getting stuck in. But obviously we have to go through this phase because this is part of the thing. But whilst we're doing this, we're balancing out with videos, trying to put out 2 other videos a week. And on top of that, just the day job. Today we had a really great video of a photo shoot where we worked with a band called Kilo Down, and the whole point of the video was how to achieve the perfect band photo, which is coming out next week. But yeah, definitely feeling it at the moment. Feeling the amount of it's just the extra time and pressure of this documentary on top of everything else. So definitely feeling it, but super excited. Come on boys, time to wake up. We got to film that video for Damian. Falling in love with all of your content. So Damian, please make us, then you can meet Pat's mum.
I never agreed to this. Hey Damian, we're the South Bank Crows. We're based in South London and we're a piano-led alternative rock band.
So we just finished recording a 10-track album which was self-funded. We're gigging all the time. We just need your help to turn our dream into reality.
We need guidance and your knowledge to help push this band to the next level.
We all work extremely hard to fund a band that we believe in, and I'd love for you to believe in it too. We honestly just live for what we love and love what we do. So we've been South Bank Crows.
Hi, this is a message to Damian Keyes. I'm James Collins. I'm a 24-year-old singer-songwriter from Manchester. I need your help to get to the next level. I have been gigging around the UK for around 8 years. I've played functions, corporate events, weddings, bars, restaurants, everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds of gigs. I found myself in the cover gig cycle, writing for years, but it's taken up until, this ripe old age of 24, going on 25, that I feel like the songs have finally got some substance behind them. My aim is to just make a living from doing what I love and to be recognised for my own music.
Won't make the same mistake he made, 'cause it's only you I need one more.
Here you are.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well, yeah. But it's cold though.
Oh no, it's fine. You're working as a singer at the moment, so do you make your full-time living from being a singer?
Yeah, well, until recently. So
Right.
I've been doing telecommunications training, so I teach people how to use phones in the day.
Right.
And then I sing at the weekends.
Right. Well, we're getting you out of that for a start.
Well, yeah, it's not the dream. It's not the dream. Biggest achievement of 2019, I featured on a song with 2 German producers. They sent me a message through Instagram. I think their process was they were looking for different artists, and they sent me a message, sent it to about 5 or 10 people. They asked me to send them a demo back, just the normal process. You record your demo, send it off to them. And then they picked me, and I went down to London to Shoreditch to record the single with them. Then it got released on Spotify, and it's, as far as I'm aware, I think it's doing quite well in Russia.
Great.
So it's not huge, but I think it's just about to pass 150,000 streams, which
Great.
Biggest I've ever had. So
yeah. Right. So we might need to tour Russia, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
No problems, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Cool. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
He is, out of everybody, he is the first where I don't have the doubts. I don't have the there's a downside.
Yeah.
This is amazing, this is amazing, this is amazing, this is a downside.
Yeah.
With him I'm just like I can't think of one reason which is downside, other than the fact that I might have to go to Barnsley. No offense, Barnsley. No, but other than that, I'm like, Manchester's easy to get to from Brighton. It's probably 5 hours, but I can train, I can drive, I can stay over. I've got a business in Crewe, which is an hour max, an hour and a half from Manchester. I can see exactly what he needs as an artist. And every time he says something, I'm like, oh, I can fix that. Oh, I can fix that. Oh, I can help with that. He's in the perfect position of being talented enough, but not far enough along that I can't help him.
Hey, we're the Wild and Free, located in St. Louis, Missouri, in the middle of the US. We have one very clear goal with this band: create music that we love and to make music our career.
We have plans to work even harder and smarter in 2020, including working with multi-platinum producer Matt Squire, recording another full-length album, and putting out more music videos. We need you, Damian.
Over the last year, we've studied the best ways to help build our brand. However, there are some things we'd like to improve on, like building up our Spotify, getting onto bigger shows, and eventually turning a profit.
We are a completely independent band, and in the short 2 years, we have managed to record 2 EPs and a full-length album. We have also managed to record weekly videos for our YouTube that has brought our followers from 250 in February to 1,250 now.
We have accomplished so much in 2019. Just imagine what we could do working with you directly every day. Thank you for the opportunity, Damian.
With all your smoke and mirrors, who can love
Look at that. That's the best intro I've ever had in my life. How are you doing?
So good. We're doing so good.
So it's early in the morning for you guys.
Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock.
No.
It's not too bad. Not bad.
That's not too bad. So what? Tell me about the Max Squire thing, because that was really cool.
Man, it was. I think I speak for everybody when I say it was the best time of our lives.
It was very magical.
It was so good, and honestly, it's thanks to you that we even went. It is, because the band was kind of split of do we do it or not, because it was very expensive.
Yeah.
The cost for that one single was the cost of our full record. So the train of thought was we can do this one song, or we can do another record.
Right.
And we decided to do it, and you said just do it for the experience. And we went, and we had the best time. And Matt could not have been any cooler.
Oh, that's good. That's
he was
great.
so nice. Like, he's done some of our favorite records, and we're like, what if he's like, you don't know how he's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, he could have been a huge jerk, but he was like the nicest guy, so easy to work with, and the best thing about it is we honestly feel we got like the best song.
Yeah. You know, you are at a stage now where if a live agent turns you down, they will give you a good reason why. You know, it won't be like, oh, not at this time. They'll go, you need to go away and work on this, because even if they're not ready to take you on yet, they will be thinking it's not going to be long, so they will be sniffing around. So we need to look into those and how we can approach them and what we can send them and what they're looking for. But other than that, you know, I've got everything I need. I think you guys are doing so well. See you soon.
See you, Dan.
See ya.
See ya. This is a boom.
And boom. They're so lovely. It's I wish I could show everybody when everyone says I want it and when everyone says I'll work hard, and then when I see them I'm just like, everyone needs to watch how they do it, because their sacrifice levels, you know, every time an opportunity, basically I got a message from them a couple of months back and it was like, oh, we've got this opportunity to work with Matt Squire, who's like a top, I mean, he did Weightless by All Time Low. He's done some massive level artists. And it's like, oh, it's really expensive. And I was like, look, even if it's just for the experience and what you'll learn, it will be a great thing. And they were like, fine, we'll do it. You know, it's like, the way they do it is like, fine, we'll sell a car. Fine, we'll do something. Like, whatever it's going to be, we're going to make it work. There's never an excuse. There's never, oh, we can't really bring out a video for this song because we can't afford it, or because we haven't got the time, or we don't have the creativity. It's just like, well, that it's so impressive to watch. My main concern with them is they are so far along with what they're doing. I mean, they're working with world-class producers, and it scares the shit out of me that I'd miss a lot of stuff with a documentary of what I wanted to do. It scares the shit out of me that I'm not a world-class manager, that I wouldn't want to commit to being a manager to someone who's so far along, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that worries me a bit. But either way, I'll work with them on anything they want. They're just amazing.
Hey, Damian Keyes. I'm Marissa, I'm 22, and so far I've released a 6-song EP called Self-Made, charted at number 9 on the iTunes pop charts, and 2 of those songs got on a Hulu TV show called Shrill, starring A.D. Bryant of SNL. And my latest release was my single Bad back in May, and it got some momentum going and it started to trend at number 18 on the Napster R&B chart. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Very good, very good.
This is Morgan, by the way.
Oh, hey, you alright? How you doing?
But I would say the person I am is definitely the same as the artist I am. I am a little different on stage. I feel like I'm more aggressive and more, like in person I'm definitely more, I don't know how you would even say it, just like very, I guess humble in a way.
Right.
But on stage I hold nothing back, where I'm just completely different. I would like to consider myself genuine, and I like to do music that I definitely feel. Like sometimes I would do, when I was working with this other manager, she'd be like, you should do this song, it's definitely a hit song, like it'll get your name out there, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know, but it doesn't feel right to me.
Right.
So all the music I've done, I wrote most of it, or I had co-writers too, and I just had to feel it. Like I can't do anything where it's like, it's a hit song, let's put it out. Because sometimes it doesn't work, people feel when it's disingenuous.
I'll leave you to it.
All right, thank you so much.
See you soon.
Damian.
Bye.
Appreciate you. All right, bye.
Once, I think it's not that hard to do. I think once that question is answered in her socials, she's gonna fly. I think she's obviously such an insane talent as a singer. And the next thing is going to be, when she lets people into that, to who she actually is behind the great singer, because the singer when you're a great singer, can be a front, and you can go, no, this is the bit. As soon as she lets her guard down, opens the door and let people in, because she's obviously, clearly such a really lovely person, I think it's gonna fly. Just a huge talent. Oh, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. 2 more to go.
Hi Damian, I'm Jisomoke and this is my imagination. My imagination is the avenue through which I express my creativity, my thoughts, my emotions, and as I've been getting a bit older, I thought, this music thing, I don't want to reach 40 and then be like, I didn't try. So here we are in my humble bedroom studio, just trying to make things happen. I've just released my first EP in September, so that's kind of where I am, just slowly trying to build my audience, but it's difficult and I could really do with the help, to be honest. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I really value that.
Hey! How you doing? Do you perform live with your stuff? I know obviously you do the freestyle stuff on digitally online, but do you do any performing?
So right now, no, I haven't. So my plan, that's another thing to add into my. When I was younger, I did. So actually, when I was 18, I was in a kind of a rap duo.
That's cool.
We released stuff. This was in 2007 on iTunes. Virgin was big. Virgin had their online store at the time, Beatport, etc. So at that time, I was performing quite a bit. So now that I've started getting back into this music, it's heavily in my kind of plan for this year. Is start off with hitting up open mics, see if there's a few artists that perform a lot, see if I can kind of maybe open with them. You have a good day, man.
Take care, dude. See you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Obviously, you picked these 10 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
What was it about these 10 that made you pick them?
Yeah, it was really, really important that I had a range of different people, partly for the documentary, but I wanted to look at different ages. I wanted to look at different places that people are in, different genres, so that over the next couple of months, I can still delve back into these 10 artists, because I think there's a lot of questions that come through, and I want people to be able to, I want to be able to make the documentary and also make content with artists with different problems. So for example, the fact that some of them are in the poorest countries, or some of them are in tiny niches or different genres, and what's the difference between, you know, a male solo artist versus a band when it comes to building followings and how the music industry reacts to them and stuff. So you'll see that everyone in the documentary is very, very different, and I've done that on purpose. I'd love to have had more people. I'd love to have just kept Skyping. There was probably another 20 or 30 people that I thought were fantastic, but I wanted to make sure that I picked one type, one genre, one area, if that made sense. Yeah, so that's my thinking behind it. That's why I feel like we've got a real range in that 10.
Holy fucking shitballs. You've already seen our last video, so you know that we're the hardest working band you'll find.
You know how dedicated we are and that we're ready and willing to learn.
We're television skies, we're from New York.
No, not the city.
We think you have the skill set and drive to be the perfect manager for this band.
We want to bring you on, and we're willing to help you learn and grow along the way.
In the slightly altered words of Anthony Kiedis,
If Baron von Muckstein ejaculated television skies out onto a chessboard, then Damian Keyes would be the perfect chess master to play that board. Okay?
you're at your best when you're in the trenches, in the thick of the action, and we know you'd be the perfect commanding officer to lead this army of two.
While you might not be able to promise us a stadium yet, we can promise you all our best efforts, an openness to new ideas, and the dedication to succeed.
We can even promise you a Walmart with 3 sinks, and maybe even your own toothbrush if you want.
There they are! I want to fill some stuff in. Give me your biggest achievement of 2019.
Personally, for me, releasing our album was a huge achievement, just because it was, I think, the best album we've ever done.
Yeah.
And it was the longest one. It was like an hour long altogether, 15 songs. And I'm like really proud and happy of every single one of them.
I would have thought going on tour was I thought that, as far as like
as a band, definitely.
Personally, I think that one was bigger for me, because you did a lot of the work on the album and I did a lot of the work on the tour. So for me personally, I think that was huge. Like just spending whatever it was, 5 or 6 months getting stuff ready and booking all these shows, and then actually being gone for months, the better part of 3 months, was pretty cool. I think that one would be it for me. We'll talk soon.
Talk soon. See you later, dudes.
Bye.
So I've been aware of these guys for a while. What I love about them is, well, it says it all, that they've smashed it on tour. Last year they worked so hard. They were touring. They were constantly doing everything themselves. They're only 2 guys. They don't have a team. They're doing videos, they're doing everything. I know there's loads of musicians who are doing the same thing, but consistently doing that. And then on their downtime, they're hanging out together and painting a house. And, you know, it's just, I love the fact that they're such a tight community. I love the fact that they've embraced they need roles and the strengths of both of them. I like that. When it comes to the content creation, I think we can both agree that hands down better than everybody else. Not saying that other people can't do that, but from what we were sent, the content that they sent us from a production, which they did all of themselves, was just head and shoulders above everything else. And then with that in mind, I'm thinking, well, imagine what we can do with this documentary if not only have we got a band who are capable of working like that, but we've also got a band who are capable of creating content, because they are the other side of the world. I won't be with them on a daily basis. So that's very exciting. But I just have a feeling with these guys that I feel like they'll be more malleable. Maybe bringing him across here a bit, me going across there a bit. I think there's options.
Hey Damian, I'm Alex.
I'm Alexander.
I'm Dennis.
And we tell stories through death metal. There's been a metal scene in Bulgaria for over 20 years.
And yet, it has failed to produce an internationally relevant act.
We plan to change that.
Our music is built on stories. It's mostly dark, technical, certainly ferocious.
We are known in our community for consistently delivering tight and highly energetic performances.
So you guys are in Belgium?
No, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, that's it. I knew it began with a B.
Well, Bulgaria is in Eastern Europe. It's one of the poorer countries in the European Union,
Yeah.
which is actually I believe it's the poorest. Maybe the poorest, yeah, from here.
How often are you performing live at the moment?
It depends. Basically, we try to not do more than 3 shows a year in the same city.
Right.
Because it's a very small community.
Yeah.
And if we don't have new material prepared, we would like to not basically play the same show. But it depends. I have an average of 3 times per year per city.
And how easy is it to tour in Bulgaria?
From a logistical standpoint, it's really easy because the country is small. I mean, you can get from one end to the opposite within a day by car.
Right.
And actually also by train, which trains here are slower, not like UK trains where you go 300 miles an hour.
I wish.
But the hard thing is that everyone lives in the capital. Yeah,
Right.
There's one big city. There's, I believe, about 2 million people live here.
Right.
And the other cities, the second largest city is, I think, about 500,000 people.
And what's that called?
People are here.
Yeah.
The audience is really small in those cities,
Yeah.
and you can only do like really small club shows.
Right, I'll be in touch. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.
I thought that story was insane.
It's so cool, isn't it? Like, it's the type of thing it's got the story. I love the music, you know, but I grew up listening to that. The one worry I have is it is niche. Right. So from a documentary point of view, if I pick up a very niche act, then I'm alienating people who don't understand the niche whilst I'm trying to get lessons across or educations across. But on the whole, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, there's loads of energy. I really like this. I like the way they work. It's fun. And exactly what you said, that story. Living in Bulgaria, in Sofia, and I'm like, I don't know really where that is. I've never been there. Because of that niche thing of what they're in, they're in metal, and they're in a certain type of metal. I don't think that matters. I think they can carry on building up the fan base locally and picking up fans from doing it, but where they're really going to make a big difference is how they can get people online to hear them, to see what they're doing, to buy into it. And I'm like, I can help with that bit.
Damian, that's all 10 Skypes done.
That is all 10 Skypes done. So, cool, I'll tell you what, it's been a learning curve, just this bit.
Yeah.
Just the way some bands have different challenges, different areas. I mean, talking to Hectic in Bulgaria, like, is crazy. They're in Bulgaria. Totally different problems and solutions needed than, say, Marissa, female artist in or around New York. And what's really interesting is I've been talking to everybody and everyone's like, what happens next? And I'm like, I've literally got to this point in my head. You know what it feels like? Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
No. You asked me this about.
What do you mean you haven't seen Lord of the Rings?
I saw the Lego video game version once.
Is there any videographers who need a job? Because he hasn't. What's going on? You saw the Lego version of Lord of the Rings?
I had Lego Lord of the Rings on Xbox.
What are you talking about? Some people will have watched Lord of the Rings, right? And there's a bit where Frodo and Sam, who are 2 characters in it, they leave the Shire and they just go and they get to the end of the Shire. They get to the end bit and they stop and they're looking out and it's like, we've never gone this far before. And it's like that bit where you're standing there looking, going, what happens next? It's like, don't know, we've never got this far. From here on in, everything's new. Yeah. Very exciting. you won't get it because you watched the Lego movie version.
No, so in your head you know...
I don't think I'm going to tell you who it is.
Why not?
Because I think it's more fun that way.
No, that's not fair. Wait, what? You have to tell me.
No, I don't.
So what are you going to do now then?
I think I'm just going to get on a plane.